So here's the second part of this trade, right? The second part of this trade is that Kevin Durant was supposed to go to Golden State, and he was like, "Hell no, I ain't doing that, man." And I love the way Rob Park on the Odd Couple and his new co-host broke it down, and it was the same way I thought about this thing on how they said it, man. So here's what they said about Kevin Durant.
The Golden State Warriors have been trying to get this reunion going with Kevin Durant.
They ain't playing. They
for
just
48 hours or so. They've really been hot to trot. Anything they can to get KD back to the Bay. Only problem is KD doesn't want to go back to the Bay. And according to Mark Stein and others, KD put the word out very firmly. He says, I am not interested in a reunion with Steph Curry and Golden State. And as a result, according to The Athletic now, Golden State has said, all right, you don't want to come here. We're going to stop the pursuit. Good luck and good fortune.
Can I say this? To KD. I'm serious. First, I don't want another. I'm not changing uniforms again. Like this is for a great player. He's been all over the place. Number two, the disrespect by the Warriors to him. Rob G, when they opened, you could Google it and see if you can find a story. When they did the video for the new Chase Center, he was not included. He was a two-time Finals MVP. That's petty. How in the world could you exclude him when talking about the Warriors and their history? I'm sorry. I don't care how he left, whatever you're mad or whatever it is. He deserved better than that. And you remember their general manager who's not there anymore, I think, right, Bob?
Bob Meyer, yeah.
Who joked about him being there.
Disrespecting him. And,
yes.
Yeah.
And you know this. Steph and everybody else there, Draymond and all that, their legacies wouldn't be the same without KD. It would be they won that championship when Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving were hurt.
And they still took the game 6 and had
right? And they choked down the biggest advantage. They were up 3-1. Right, against the Cavaliers, and they choked that down. No team in NBA history had ever choked down a 3-1 finals advantage.
Add to that.
And they were 72, right? And 10.
Or 73 and 9.
73 and 9 because they beat the record, right? Jordan and them were 72 and 10. And they had not lost more than 2 in a row at any point in the season. They lost 3 in a row, including 2 games at home. And game 7 at home. That was a choke job. And and now they want Kevin Durant because they're a bad team. I mean, they're a bad team. And they want him to come again with a Superman cape and bail him out. I'm glad KD said, hell no, I'm not interested.
This is crazy, Rob. First of all, there's a lot I've been, preparing for the shows writing down. First of all, let me add one more point for you. Steph Curry was the back-to-back MVP. When that happened, meaning if you're an MVP, how are you losing and you up 3-1?
Right.
If you're the MVP, oh man, Draymond was out game 5. Okay. Well, then the MVP can win me 1 more.
All you do is win 1, and one of them was at home.
And that is why Steph Curry is one of the all-time greats. But I will say he gets the scapegoat that no other great, like people say he's the top 5. Okay, well nobody else gets the scapegoat like he does. Let me also add some things.
Hey, he said a lot, right? I'm gonna get into what he said, but let me shout out this super chat. He said how many games into Draymond either swings or get into it with Jimmy Buckets. Thanks for the $10 super chat. And then Dreamers Pros in the house. What's up, Charles, man? Shout out to you. But let's get into what Rob Parker first of all said. He's glad Kevin Durant didn't come back to save them a second time, because that's really what happened the first time. Golden State ran up against the Cavs. They choked the 3-1 lead. They realized that the Cavs at full strength was a little bit too much for them, especially if they're going to let them defend Steph, right? And they realized that we need a boogeyman to beat the boogeyman in LeBron. So they went and got KD. KD saved them, and then they flipped the narrative to make it seem like they saved KD and he needed them to win. And what it really was he saved them. Now they're asking to be saved again, right? And then the second part. The other co-host said that Steph Curry is the most excused superstar that we've ever had. I've never seen someone get excused for everything. He does nothing wrong. He gets excused for everything. So speak to those two things. You can choose. You can speak to both of them or just one of them. But address what y'all just heard.
Good.
Jay, your mic ain't on.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's on your computer.
I don't know.
Computer.
Can you hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Okay. I don't really disagree with him. I mean, I do think Steph gets a pass on a lot of things. And, KD, I'm just really upset he didn't come to the Mavericks, man.
I don't think the opportunity was there for him to go to the Mavericks. They wanted him.
They tried. They tried their best. But, they just didn't have enough gusto left. And they didn't want to get rid of any more players. I think they got rid of who they wanted to get rid of. But we'll talk about that later.
I think that the Warriors wanted to keep Draymond, and Kevin Durant don't want to play with that man. And he really don't want to be in that organization, period, because everybody else in the organization had a chance to step up, but they didn't. They had a chance to speak up when Draymond was on that nut shit, and they didn't. Nobody said anything. They let him run amok, call that man the B word and all that. So yeah, I wouldn't have saved him either. But as far as Steph get the most excuses,
he get a lot.
He's the Drake of the NBA, man.
He get a lot, man. Shout out to Dreamers Pro. I'm not sure what country he is or what currency that is. I'm guessing it might be $20, maybe even $200. I don't know, but I appreciate it.
That deeper red color is more than 20.
Oh, okay, so it might be 20.
Be yellow.
Dreamers Pro, I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Dreamers Pro and Charles and all the good work he doing over there. And make sure y'all give him a sub if y'all haven't already done it. Help him get I think he's real close to 250K. So if he not passed it already, but y'all go over and give him a sub too. I appreciate that, brother. He is the most excused superstar for sure. He is the most excused superstar. Dominique, what's your thoughts, man?
It's funny. People think that Steph Curry is the most excused superstar. I think that he is the most excused when it comes to when we're trying to put him in these GOAT discussions, but I don't think so. I don't actually hold him as accountable as I do others. And the reason is because he's not asserting himself as the GOAT. Now, when he went ahead and said that he was the greatest point guard ever, I felt that was when we needed to hold him to the fire. That was when we needed to criticize him. That was when we can't let the excuses go. You know what I mean? But prior to that, I didn't really have a problem. I don't know if it's the, baby face assassin, the, God-fearing in him, but basically he is untouchable. And Steph Curry can do.
But why though? Why?
I think it's because he shields himself. He doesn't say that much. I think that the only thing that he ever really said much that bothered me was when he came out and said that he was the greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah. So if he's the most excused superstar, and besides LeBron, KD is the most scrutinized superstar, right? What is KD said? He's not said the things that LeBron has said. Why does KD get so much smoke?
Things that LeBron has said, but he has done other things that have brought attention to himself.
Like what?
Creating burner accounts and attacking people publicly. When you do that, you're putting now. You asked me a question, and I asked.
But that's not enough.
You're asking why is he scrutinized? When you put yourself in the spotlight, you're going to be. And he has put himself in the spotlight. It might not be to the extent that LeBron has or the way that he has, but he has put himself. He argues with people. You're putting yourself. He has a reply for everything that people say about him. So you are, you're going back and forth. You're putting yourself in a certain light. I'm not saying that people are right for criticizing him. I'm not saying the NBA is right for how they treat him. I'm just saying that he has put himself out there. I think that Steph Curry leads with a little bit more positivity than all of them. He's probably the most beloved superstar. He is so much more positive when things are happening, when he gets cheated out of a game, all of it. I'm not saying that he's
I don't know about that, Dom.
I'm not saying he's never complained. I'm just saying I think he's a little bit more positive than LeBron and Kevin Durant. And
Well,
he's
so
that way. There's a
so
perception, and that perception is reality for a lot of people.
yeah, so you mentioned he responds to stuff that people say about him, but that's the whole point. People are saying stuff about him, right? And then he responds. He's not coming out saying stuff about people. People are saying stuff about him. He decides to respond, right? So people are saying stuff about him that they're not deciding to say about Steph, right? This is before he started being outspoken, before he had a burner account, before we knew he had a burner account. We didn't know he had a burner account. So for all we knew, Kevin Durant was not saying anything while people was talking about him.
I just
So
think all the superstars get criticized though. And Steph Curry's he was called not a leader. When Kevin Durant went to his team, people said he was not the best player on the team, and he wasn't. But I'm just saying that he gets criticized too. It just might not be to the level at which, but I don't think that he does the same kinds of things. I'm just being
he don't do the same kind of thing, and we're not talking about him getting criticized. We're talking about him getting excused. So whenever he does get criticized, the media in large comes to excuse everything. When Kevin Durant gets criticized, the media at large comes to pile on to add to it, right? So you could say the same thing about Kevin Durant. You're not a leader, and then the media all come and agree with that. And then when you say that about Steph, the media come in to protect him.
But do they protect him? There's no media that calls Steph Curry the GOAT. That's why I'm saying, I think the criticism is sort of relative. So like the discussions are that Steph Curry's the best point guard, not that he's the GOAT. If he was in a GOAT discussion with LeBron, the smear campaign would be crazy.
They said he's top 5, Dom.
I'm just saying
those are the GOATs. Top 10 are the GOATs.
Kevin Durant was the person that was threatening LeBron James's case. Don't you think that it's really interesting that the media, I don't think it's a surprise. I don't think that Steph Curry was threatening LeBron James's GOAT discussion at any point. When Kevin Durant went to the super team, everybody had to attack him. And I just think that that's the media. I think the media formed against him. And Kevin Durant said things against LeBron James, saying that it was toxic to play against him. The media has been on his back like a backpack.
I think that's the true answer right there. I think that's the true answer right there. That's the true answer. Britne, what you think?
I think Dom said it towards the end. When Kevin Durant decided to go from OKC and join the previous, what they won 72 games the previous years or something like that. And a lot of people already seen the Warriors as a powerhouse team, whether they had KD or whether they did not have KD. They still had the Warriors as a top contending team for the next so many years. So when he made that decision to leave OKC, and a lot of people in the media felt that if he would have stayed with OKC, they could have had a ring. But when he made that decision, like, how can you be the best, but you're joining up with the best? That's what a lot of people were saying at that time. I think that's the moment when he started to become unlikable. We can't put him in that GOAT conversation because of the decision that he decided to make, regardless of how Draymond Green felt, regardless of how Steph Curry felt when they came and said that KD saved us, or that we wouldn't have won a championship without KD. I think that changed a lot of people's opinions on KD after he made that decision.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think it's right, because the move that Kevin Durant did is the exact same move that Steph did. Like, having Kevin Durant come join you is the same move as Kevin Durant coming to join you. You both did that. As superstars, as MVP players, you both decided to join forces with each other. So you went to the second best team in the league because they lost to the Cavs that year. That's the best team. So you went to the second best team, but the second best team went and asked the second best player, or arguably the first best player, to come and join them while having the MVP on their roster.
But it's because they stopped LeBron from winning 2-3 titles in a row. That's why everybody was so angry. It wasn't that he went to a super team. LeBron did it multiple times, right? Who cares? No big deal. But it was because
likable though.
Why is he?
LeBron is not likable.
With the media, he is likable. With the media, he's not likable.
He's tolerated. He got them in the headlock.
The media, you got to think about the Outkicks, the Fox 5.
Every time we hear somebody talk about LeBron James in the media, outside of Mad Dog, he's probably the only realistic guy, although he's crazy as heck and he's loud as heck, and I love him. LeBron's number 1 or LeBron's number 2. That's where they
about,
split
but I don't
LeBron.
feel loved because you have to think he owns ESPN, but that's it. The other outlets don't really like LeBron that much.
I listen to everything. They love LeBron James and how great he is.
That's not what I hear on Fox or all the other,
Okay.
different complexion.
Hey, when you like somebody, you ain't got to get paid to say what you say about them. These people talk like somebody behind the camera got a gun pointing at them, man, or something like that, man. That's how these people be talking, man. All right, super chat. Hey guys from Australia, who is LeBron going to blame now if they don't win a ring? Does that affect his legacy? For me, it's the 2011 meltdown he had. Well, he go blame the roster. He go say they top heavy like he did when he was in Miami or in Cleveland. We're top heavy with Kyrie and myself.
Well,
And
to the press conference though as well, they're not saying that they're looking to win. LeBron is not saying they don't think that they're going to win a title this year or next year. Rob Pelinka has stated that.
which is, man, that pisses me off so bad. Why you couldn't say that for Darvin Ham last year? It's so crazy, man. Now there's no expectations on JJ Redick, man. That pisses me off.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Jay, your thoughts, man. Your thoughts on the whole thing. Kevin Durant turning down the Warriors. Why you think he turned them down?
Man, listen, because he should have.
Facts.
You didn't appreciate him. Number one. Number two, this time right now, if he would have went to them, he'd have went to a worse team that was there when he first went, and a worse team that was there than when he left. So, hell nah. I done did the heavy lifting for y'all. Nope. Why would you listen? Phoenix ain't a damn good team, but they better than Golden State.
Hey, what did say about Steph begging KD a second time, man? Come save me, KD, please. Help.
I told you, man, Steph Curry is the NBA Drake.
Who's Kendrick?
Chris, what's good, man? What's your thoughts, man?
You said who, Kendrick?
Who's Kendrick?
Luka?
Man, we not gonna don't start with this Luka shit, man.
You don't like Luka now?
Adam Silver did that bullshit.
Adam Silver
There's
did
no
what?
way you're an owner and you're that stupid to trade a generational talent and you get no equal value in return.
They got this chubby. They got this chubby ass up out of there.
Nah, I have a theory why it happened though, for real.
It was Adam Silver because the ratings was shit.
It was a get back. It was get back.
Luka on the Lakers would boost the ratings. Come on, man. They didn't get no value for Luka Dončić. Luka Dončić is worth damn near 20 draft picks. Rudy Gobert got fucking 10 draft picks. Come on, man. Luka Dončić is 1,000,000 times better than him. Luka Dončić is worth your whole fucking treasure chest.
Well, according to Dallas, he's not, man. I'm not paying no fat dude $345 million. And I won't even all the help you claim you need. I won't be able to afford to pay them after I give you $345.
Man, the NBA did this.
They did that deal to help LeBron to try and get him a last ring or a playoff push.
How does Luka help him get a ring this year? It ain't got nothing to do with no ring.
It's not gonna be this year. It's not gonna be this year. They're not. The roster is not constructed for them to win it,
bro.
But they have money freeing up for next season, and mostly everybody on the team.
No one wants to go play with a 41-year-old virgin and chunky butt. No one's coming. The help is not coming.
Adam Silver gonna make your ass go.
Name the player.
It don't matter what you want to do.
Name the player.
If Adam Silver say jump, nigga, you gonna go.
Name the player.
His league.
Name the player.
I think the Lakers' next first round draft pick is in 2059.
Whoever Adam Silver picked.
Who got no draft capital?
Is Steph coming out there?
Anybody go?
Steph is not leaving Golden State.
Okay, so who's gonna come help Chunky Butt in the 41-year-old version?
All they need is more defenders and shooters.
No, it ain't. He not the 41-year-old virgin. You got the 41-year-old and the virgin. The virgin number 9.
No, not virgin like Virgin Mary. The 41-year-old version of LeBron.
Oh, And there's a virgin there too.
Who, Brian?
Look, man. Whoever Adam Silver sends down there, that's who they gonna send. Just like
yeah, but give me a name. Just give me a name. Give me a name.
Just like De'Aaron Fox
CP3.
saying, "Oh, I want to go play. I want to go to San Antonio and play with Wemby." Out of all the teams in the league, you want to go to fucking.
Oh, I like the way they lined it. I saw the chess moves.
Come on, man.
It's definitely a chess move, but I'm trying to act. But I'm not saying they're not doing chess moves from the top. What I'm saying is they can't do enough chess moves to help the Lakers win a championship in the next two or 3 years. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Here's the problem with the LeBron and Luka. Oh, well, I'll wait till we get there.
No, go. This your show. Go ahead.
The problem is there's no defense on this team, so they're gonna have to outscore everybody. And I don't know if you know this, but newsflash, Luka fat, so they're not gonna outrun anybody. So
outrun the dog.
Yeah. So it's gonna be tough to win. It's gonna be tough to win meaningful basketball games without a little whistle help.
Hey, get your last point out, man. I'm gonna take the next call, man. What else on your mind?
We done with the Dončić shit, man. All right, let's go back on this Kevin Durant shit, man.
Okay.
Because I keep telling you, he is one of these. He is, to me, the softest superstar to ever exist in the game. That ain't an insult. Nobody respects.
That's not an
Durant.
That's not an insult.
The problem.
Yeah, but
that's the problem.
That ain't an insult. There's a lot of people that respect
him.
Kevin Durant though, but I don't think that's an insult.
Nobody respects the dude.
What's your evidence to back up that he's soft?
Steph respect
the Draymond Green situation. Nigga, you a bitch. Nigga, we done this shit without you. Nigga, fuck you.
And
he do shit.
And then he left.
He left the team.
And what did Steph do? And what did Steph do?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Hold on. What did Steph do? Wait. What did Steph do?
Let's go to the back.
What did
Kevin
Steph
Durant
do?
Ain't do nothing.
What did Steph do?
Nothing.
So why is he not one of the softest superstars?
Draymond
you see what I'm saying? Where the excuse? Hold on. You see
Steph.
where the excuses come in for everything for Steph Curry? Y'all criticize who y'all like. For some reason, y'all like light-skinned green eyes, but I got news for y'all. That is a man. That's a man, Damon. You can't look at him with light skin and green eyes and have some type of affection for him. He's a ball player. He's a man. This here's a man, Deuce. This here's a man. Leave that man alone. He just want to hoop. He don't want. Listen, stop calling him cat eyes. Stop looking in his eyes. He's not Prince. Stop doing it. He's a ball player. Criticize him just like everybody else. If Kevin Durant is soft, then Steph Curry is softer than soft because he let Draymond Green run all his talent out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Bob Myers, the GM, Jordan Poole ran everyone out of there, and he ain't said nothing. The softest people in the league is Steve Kerr, Joe Lacob, and Steph Curry. And Draymond Green knows that. That's why he keep getting money, huge contract after huge contract after huge contract. And that's why he gets to be the last man standing with Steph because Steph can't check him. Thank you, sir.
Look, man.
What?
Look. Listen.
Tell me something.
Draymond didn't say that to Steph, though.
What do you?
He said it to Kevin Durant.
He ain't gotta say it to him. He ain't gotta say it to him. He knows Steph ain't gonna do nothing. He knows Steph ain't go. He knows Steph ain't gonna do nothing. He ran all his. The reason why Steph is playing unwinnable or non-contending basketball right now is because the talent that he should be playing with right now is all gone. And I ain't even name all of them. I ain't even name the young guys. Kuminga can't get playing time. Wiseman is out of there. Moody can't get playing time. Like, come on, man. This dude can't check this dude. He can't check Shrek. He just can't check him. That's soft to me. If I'm Steph, I would have left. I would have went to the daggone office and said it's either me or Draymond. Even Kobe Bryant said it's either me or Shaq because we can't keep playing like this. At some point, I got to show y'all what I can do by myself. but we get to walk this dude straight to the Hall of Fame, straight to the top 75 player, straight to the greatest shooter that we ever seen, straight to a top 10 player of all time. And we also said that he's not a leader, that Draymond is his leader, and he can't win without Draymond. But we go say that that man is the top 10 that needs Draymond. Kobe didn't even need Shaq. So why don't y'all tell Steph Curry to win without Draymond and Clay? No, tell all the things that y'all tell Kevin Durant. Tell Draymond to win without tell Steph to win without Draymond and Clay before we can decide if he's top 10 or not. Just like you told Kevin Durant, he needs to win without Steph Curry.
Scottie Pippen.
Of course, everybody needs a Scottie Pippen. All Scottie Pippen is a co-star. Everyone needs a certified co-star to help them win. Mike is saying is I need a co-star. I need a Scottie Pippen, not the Scottie Pippen. So who's Steph Curry's Scottie Pippen? He had two of them, Steph and Clay, or Dre and Clay. That's his Scottie Pippen. LeBron has had several Scottie Pippens. Anthony Davis, D Wade, Kyrie Irving. Now he got Luka. He's always had a Scottie Pippen. Every superstar needs a Scottie Pippen. You're not saying nothing with that.
Players. It's only one Scottie Pippen. It's only one Steph Curry. It's only one Jordan. It's only one LeBron. And that's why I don't like the GOAT debates, because we're always comparing. It's just like, why can't they be their own player? We'll never
if you don't get that macaroni and cheese out the oven, it's gonna burn.
Until we look at them as their own player.
Chris, Chris, I gotta let you go because I got another caller coming in. But look, this is the deal. What you just said just kind of contradicts what you said about Kevin Durant. Now you want to take the gloves off with Steph, but you just wanted to call Kevin Durant the softest superstar that we've ever seen.
He is.
But then when we start talking about all the ways that Steph Curry is showing us how soft he is, you want to take the glove off and say, "Oh man, no, baby, I think we should just call." There's only one Scotty. There's only one. Nah, we can't do that, bro. We can't do all that. You just called that man the softest superstar in the world. Hey man, call a spade, man. Just because he got cat eyes don't mean you gotta take it easy on him. But Chris, thanks for the call. Thanks for the call, bro.
Of course, run away.
Thank you. Next caller, man. Next caller. What y'all? Am I wrong? Am I tripping?
No, I always thought Steph was soft.
Boy,
I guess you seen Dre. Probably seen it before they showed it on the video. Knock the heck out of Jordan Poole and say, I don't want to mess with that one. I don't know if that was it or not, but I always thought Steph was soft.
The fact that Steph has been letting Draymond Green just like bully everybody in the franchise, and he has not gone to the ownership and said, hey, like, we need to do something about this is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, he needs him to, like, you want that kind of leadership, somebody who's scoring 0 points, somebody who's really just ineffective on the court. Like, that's the example that you want for everybody on the team. That's crazy to me.
Look, Dominique, if Draymond played hockey, he's the equivalent to a player that don't even have a stick on the ice. He's just out there skating and just hitting people.
Right. I've never seen anything like this.
I like it. I like it though.
Steph Curry is codependent.
You see the Broad Street Bullies from back in the day. Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna contribute to no points or nothing. I'm just out here getting triple singles and hitting people.
Right. Talk about the definition of like throwing the rock and hiding your hand. That's Steph Curry.
That's exactly what it is. Caller from Arkansas.
What's going on, y'all?
What's popping?
It's you. I think that people take it easy on Curry for a couple of reasons. Number one.
Wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Take it easy on Kevin Durant.
I'm sorry. I meant Curry.
Take it easy on Curry. So that's the whole thing we're talking about. Why do you have to take it easy on Curry, but every other superstar can get the smoke?
I agree with you. They shouldn't, but I'm gonna tell you why I think that is.
Okay.
I think that is because number one, you kind of alluded to it. He got the green grass eyes, the light skin complexion, so he's likable. He's got the family. You know, he's doing a press conference after the game with his daughter in his arms. He's got the beautiful wife. He's just likable. But from a basketball perspective, I think he needs to be held accountable. I don't think it's cool that he gets a pass for being on super teams, but LeBron and KD they get criticized for it.
Facts.
The fact that he does not take over his team and say, look, Draymond, You out of here, buddy. You get together, you get out. You think Draymond gonna hit Steph? He might want to hit Steph, but he know if he hits Steph, that's the golden goose. That he gonna be packing his bags the next day. If anybody had cachet to check Draymond, it would have been Steph. Not from a tough guy perspective, but from a cachet perspective. But he's too weak to even wield his own cachet.
Facts. And the only reason why people excuse it is because they won 4 championships and they saying, well, it's working. But them championship number 2, 3, and 4 wouldn't have got there if Kevin Durant never joined them. Yeah, I know Kevin Durant wasn't there for the 4th one, but the fact that he came there, got 2 with them, got them to a 3rd, kept that team together and got them boys paid. They would have broke that team up really quick, just like they broke up Brooklyn, just like they're trying to break up Phoenix right now. Like, you know, if we put a team together like this and we don't win, the owner is going to be looking to dump some players and dump some salaries, right? So that Kevin Durant saved that legacy over there.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
All right, man. Thanks. Go ahead.
One other thing I want to say real quick was converse to that. You was talking earlier why people are so hard on Durant. I think, first of all, I think he's unfairly criticized. He's overly criticized. But I think the reason that happens is for 2 reasons. Number one is LeBron. People like LeBron. They don't want nobody to challenge LeBron's supremacy. And KD, by all rights, is a better basketball player than LeBron. He just doesn't have the career accolades.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, when he was with OKC, and people felt like he needed to check Westbrook. Like they felt like, why is Westbrook taking all the shots? Instead of having 2 Batmen, he needs to make Westbrook defer to being Robin. And that's just not his personality. That's just not KD's personality to come out and be that alpha, to be that dog and be assertive. Now, he can let his game do the talking, but he still ain't going to just, when push come to shove and he's challenged like that by his own teammates, he ain't going to step up and say, look, this is my team, fall in line. He ain't going to pull rank like that. And I think people see that. They saw it in Oklahoma. And then when you do the burner account thing and you calling people out, and then you got Stephen A. Smith calling you sensitive and saying, why is he talking to me? I mean, that's all of that kind of snowballs, and that's why people overly criticize KD. I think he deserves some criticism, as everybody does, but I don't think he deserves as much heat as he gets.
Yeah, but I think criticizing him for having a burner account is one thing. Like, if I have a burner account, then criticize me for having a burner account. Don't say that I'm criticizing what you do on a basketball team because you have a burner account. That makes sense. You can't tell me, hey, the reason why I'm criticizing you about having a super team is because you had a burner account. Like, you know, I don't like that.
It definitely does. Now you and I can agree on that. But see, the people at large don't think like that, because what do people always say when they want to criticize LeBron James' game? They bring on off-court stuff. Every time I watch ESPN, LeBron James is a great family man, great father, great businessman. They say all of that just to say he had 5 turnovers or to say he didn't have a good game. You see what I'm saying? They want to conflate the two, and that's the problem.
Yeah. So basically what it is I think Dominique alluded to it, and she said it right. And I don't think, Dominique, when you said this, you were saying that that's how you think, but you was trying to explain to me this is how other people think. The fact that Kevin Durant did those things made him unlikable, which makes it easier for them to criticize him on certain things. And the fact that Steph and, like he just mentioned, LeBron James, great family man, and all this other stuff that they can bring off the court, they're more likable. So now, since I like you, I'm not going to criticize you. That's what you was getting to?
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's all PR. It's all PR. Who's likable, who's not.
Okay. I understand now, Dominique. At first, I thought you were saying that that's how you think. You were just.
No, that's how the masses think, unfortunately, because people are ignorant.
All right. Thanks for the call, Arkansas.
All right, bro.
All right. I think I had one. We're going to take one more call. I think I seen Siobhan call from Mississippi. You can call right back. Dom, you got your mic on?
Yeah.
So did I get that right? Is that what you was trying to explain?
Yeah, I was. I anybody can get it from me, Mel, especially Steph Curry. I still hold a grudge against him from 2016. I don't care about the fact that he went out there and got Kevin Durant. I care about the fact that did you see how he played in 2016 in the fourth quarters? Did you see how he shot? I still don't believe in him in the fourth quarter. all because of that series.
I'm gonna take one more call. Hey, turn YouTube off in the background. I was trying to get Siobhan back in here. She was trying to call, but caller from North Carolina. What's up?
What's up, Mel?
What's poppin'?
How y'all doing today on the panel? One thing I wanted to weigh in on this on the deal with Steph Curry and Draymond. To me, I always thought that Draymond was the person who got the least credit for how valuable he was to Golden State, and the reason why was because of his personality. He's a bully, and especially in a league where they don't play defense and stuff. His bullying was effective, very effective, until they kind of toned his bullying down. The first time I seen evidence of that is when they was up 3-1 against Cleveland, and then Draymond gets suspended. But even when he came back, of course, they got a watchful eye on him. He can't be that same bully, that same dog that they needed. See, because everybody in a Golden State uniform, they were Christian-hearted guys under their first coach. And I think that their personalities, they would have been too much of a nice guys to not striking fear in opponents. That he was their defensive anchor, not necessarily by blocking shots, but antagonizing people, getting people off their game, getting in people's head. That type of player, Dennis Rodman type player who can get in your head. You know, some people don't understand the significance of that. That's all I wanted to say about that situation. But there was something that you mentioned earlier. And you was talking about when you were coaching in Guam, and you made a comment about you playing that 1-3-1 zone, and when they figured that out, you didn't have a plan B. To me, that's the beauty of basketball, is that no matter what you put out there, it doesn't work sometimes. And this is why I try to tell people the significance of having Kobe and Jordan, because when all else fails, you have the luxury of giving the ball to these two guys, no matter what else is going on. I mean, you could be doing bad all 3 quarters. You're down 15 in the fourth. You have the luxury to give the ball to these guys, and they will their team to win. This is why they're two of the greatest players that I've seen bounce of basketball, for that reason that you explained alone. Because people don't understand, your plans don't always work. People figure you out. Sometimes you go to plan B, or you have a plan C contingency plan, but that doesn't work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. But these guys refuse to lose. You have the luxury of giving them the ball, and they can put you in position to win any game. Whether they hit the last shot or not, they keep you competitive because they're that much competitive. They're the 2 greatest players of all time. And I just wanted to come on air and say that to you guys, and say that I love watching you. I love everybody on the panel, and y'all keep up the good work. And thank you for allowing me to express myself.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Thanks for the call.
Respect.
Any response to that?
Big up these. So pretty much what he said was Draymond's talent was being a mean guy. Better go join MMA. Shit. That's not the sport. That's not what that sport called for. I mean, it's cool to have when it's affecting winning. But when that right there starts affecting winning, when y'all can't win because he's giving how many games had they lost by 1 or 2 points, and he's giving technical foul shots. You know what I'm saying?
Why they not winning right now? Why y'all think? Because they started out really hot and good.
Because they trash.
Because they sorry.
Why they started out so hot though?
Hey,
I gotta hear from the ladies tonight. I don't know why Dom is. I'm gonna get you, Dom. Speak up. Why they not winning?
The Warriors? Why the Warriors are not winning?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, did you see they look like a fucking G League team? I didn't even recognize anybody on the floor yesterday. I'm like, who the hell is that? Butler, what the hell? Did you see the they were shooting every shot? I mean, this guy, Podziemski, whatever the hell his name is, this other guy, literally were shooting threes that were nowhere near the rim. They were literally off, like away from the basket, air balls away from the back. I've never seen anything like this. Steph Curry is playing with no support. So that's another reason why he's getting all these excuses, because the Warriors are really wasting the last bit of whatever his prime is. You know, the last bit of whatever has left in the tank. When people were saying that about LeBron, when you took a look at last night's game, and they still almost beat the Lakers last night. They cut the lead, almost a 30-point lead to 5 with that rec league team. They literally look like a G League squad. You had Buddy Hield shooting brick after brick. Literally, the game plan is to get the ball to Steph. What they do is they take him out of the game early so that he can rest and I guess come back to unleash in the third quarter. They're a third quarter team, Mel. That's the second problem. Okay, so their whole game plan is to get the ball to Steph Curry in the third quarter where they're going to make some miraculous comeback. Okay, maybe they do it, maybe they don't. Their second game plan is to have Buddy Hield shoot all the shots. How many shots did he take last night? 30?
I don't know, but I mean, he had a decent game. It wasn't up to snuff though. But this is what Golden State wanted. Like when they looked at when they reached that fork in the road about what we're going to do. Are we going to break up this big three and move forward with the young regime, or we go double down on the big three? They decided that they go double down on the big three. So when you make that decision and you pay Draymond and you pay Steph, I don't want to hear that he need help at the All-Star break and we need to make a splash at the trade deadline. No, that's not what you told me. If I'm the owner, you told me to sign this check for Draymond and that we'll still be a championship team, and it's not working. Now you asking me to no. I would have fired.
They
everybody.
are a championship team.
But 2 seasons ago, Draymond was averaging like 2 points. When are we going to stop this? He has no production.
Man, it's a daggone shame. We got the last.
Y'all trying to act like they're not a championship team when they are.
They're not.
The thing that they didn't tell y'all is the championships already happened. The championships already happened.
No, we're talking about the team that they have right now, Jay. So the team they have right now, they're not a contender for sure. And when you think about, like, everybody's like, oh, they should have kept Clay. They couldn't keep him. He was a cancer in the locker room. He was pouting. Steph Curry basically threw him under the bus this season, and we never really see Steph do that. He was just
he wanted his money, and Draymond, and they decided to pay Draymond instead, Dominique. But we got to call Siobhan from Alabama.
Should have been
the wrong person.
Siobhan, can you hear me? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
Yeah, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Good. I want to go back to the topic at hand earlier, which was Jimmy Butler being traded to Golden State.
Okay.
As a forever Chicago Bulls fan, when they talk about the money what he is demanding that he wants in terms of his contract, I never felt that he was deserving of it. And this goes back to him in Chicago when he won Most Improved Player. Not saying that the contract that he got at that time wasn't fair, but it was more than what I would think that somebody who won Most Improved Player at the time would get. So I still like Jimmy Butler. He's always going to be a Bull for me, but he's past his prime. He doesn't have much left in the tank. Not saying that I don't know if he can move the needle for Golden State right now. Don't really care. But he's, how do I put this in the nicest way about Jimmy? Because I'd be conflicted with him.
Let him use you.
Jimmy is a hard worker. We all know that. He works hard. He is one of those players that came into the league late in the first round, what they used to call a 3-and-D guy. He's a workhorse. He's not the most talented player, but his work ethic has always been very strong. So that is like undeniable when it comes to Jimmy Butler as a player, because he has worked every year on his game. But I don't know if it's just his attitude I don't know what it is about Jimmy that kind of irks me at times because I'm like, you are good enough to win a championship in my eyes, but it's something about him that just always holds him back. I know they got to the NBA Finals twice, but it still wasn't enough for him to overcome in order to win the championship. So in regards to him, I don't think whatever he's trying to get in terms of his contract, the money or whatever, I don't think he's deserving of it. That's just me personally. In terms of of Steph Curry, what did y'all call him? He's the most excused superstar. Is that what Rob Parker
the
said?
most excused superstar
The
that
most
I've ever
excused?
seen in any sport, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't know about that. I still think LeBron gets a lot of excuses, but that's just me personally.
But it's a lot of people that don't let LeBron get them excuses. Like come on, man. We hold LeBron feet to the fire.
Right, like I would too. But I do agree with you all when you talk about him in terms of him as he's not a leader, in my opinion. And I think that's where
I think he is. He's just not a good enough leader to. He can lead people that's all going to act right, but the best leaders can lead the people that don't act right and the people who go off on the path. And he can't reel Draymond in. He can't handle him at all. He has no skill to be able to deal with Draymond.
He tries to avoid conflict instead of resolve it.
Correct.
That's what I was going to. He's what they call a conflict. Conflict averse? I think that's what it is. So he definitely. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just wondering, do you think that Steph Curry's not going to get the same criticism because he's just simply not in the GOAT discussion?
I think that plays a part because he, unlike some other player. I think him not coming out there and just saying he thinks he's the greatest of all time, that does help his case in terms of him not getting blamed so much. But I also think that he's just one of those, he could be, to me, he's just one of those players, in my opinion, since Michael Jordan, that is just really likable. Like, even to the kids. Like I haven't liked a player since Michael Jordan the way that I do like Steph. But I do hold Steph accountable because to me, he's never been the official leader of the team the way that his stardom commands or demands of him. Like if I look at Steph, I'm like, he's the franchise player. He is a 2-time league MVP, unanimous in one of them. He's got championships, but he doesn't carry the same weight the way that a Michael Jordan does, as being, holding players accountable as well as himself. Now, he doesn't point fingers. At least I don't think, I haven't seen him do that. But it's like, he's not the leader of that team. To me, it's always been Draymond. And
that's supposed to get criticized in itself, though.
Yeah, but hold on, Mel. There was a dude, one of your callers earlier, and he made a perfect comparison. He said the way that Steph and Draymond are is similar to what KD and Russell Westbrook was in OKC. To me, KD was all, he's a trend, what they call it, player, generational talent. But he was never the vocal leader of that team. That was always Westbrook. And he never had the reins on Westbrook like that. That's how I look at Steph and Draymond. To me, Draymond is the unofficial leader of that team. That's just my opinion. And it's kind of, it's like I don't know what it is. Like Jay, you just said that he avoids conflict. So I don't excuse Steph because even though I like him, I don't excuse him. And I'm with Dominique on this. When you open your mouth to say that you're the greatest point guard ever, I'm like, hold up, bro. Slow down.
It's 2 or 3 people ahead of you.
You're not really a point guard. Let's get that straight. So, he need to pull back on that. I know you get the championships, you got your finals MVP. You feel good, you smelling yourself.
If he was to come out and say that he was the greatest player that ever played tomorrow, he still wouldn't be in the GOAT conversation because his play don't put him there. Like
exactly.
And he still wouldn't get the criticism that other players get. He still gonna be getting excused for all his missteps and all his shortcomings and all his hangups and all that stuff, man. And
but I also, before I end the call with y'all, I also think, could it be that another reason he doesn't get the excuses because he is the reason, or a big reason, why the Warriors are a dynasty? Meaning he has never left the team. He stayed on the team he was drafted to. If anything, players had to come to his team in order to win championships.
I mean, maybe, but
So
I mean,
could that be? And then what was it? Just a few years ago, they won again without Kevin Durant. So could that be why he doesn't get? They don't hold his feet to the fire nearly as much.
That could be a reason that they're using as part of the excuse, but I don't think it's legit. Because if Kevin Durant never showed up, he would not have multiple rings. He would have one, and he wouldn't. And him staying in Golden State would mean nothing because Draymond and Clay would have been gone.
Honestly, right? his feet don't get held to the fire because everybody's still kind of like, you can look at him and tell he worked hard to be here. You know what I'm saying? So he's not even supposed to, like, with his body frame and all that, he ain't even supposed to be in the league for real.
That boy's 6'3". He bigger than Isaiah and AI.
No, but he ain't had a dog that he had in. Remember, he didn't get recruited like that. He went to Davidson. He went to Davidson. So again, he did the most with being a late bloomer and all that. He even got his brother to the league. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't talent.
His brother got himself to the league, man. Stop, man. His brother led the nation, and he led the freshmen in scoring in the whole nation his freshman year.
But also, I think that if Steph Curry came out tomorrow and said that he was the greatest of all time, I think we'd talk about it for a week, maybe 2 weeks. But you're right. He wouldn't get the criticism because he still wouldn't be in the actual GOAT debate.
Yeah. His play wouldn't put him there.
It would be trending. So it'd be trending. We'd be talking about it. We talk about why he's not in the GOAT discussion, but he still won't actually be in the discussion. That's why he'll never get the criticism or the level of criticism that I think LeBron gets, or, Michael Jordan would get, because those are the two people that everybody is talking about as far as being in this GOAT discussion. The media has made it a race between LeBron and Michael Jordan.
No, I definitely agree with that, because we all know Steph is talented as he is and as great as he is. He's not on that level of a Michael Jordan, and even partly of a LeBron James. So, of course, he's really not going to get that type of heat. Like, let's be real. He's not going to get that type of heat because he's not the type of caliber player that those two have shown to be.
I disagree that he's not the caliber player that LeBron is. I think that he is on the level of LeBron. I think that they're, guys that played during this era, to me, are comparable to each other. I just think that, Steph Curry is also not a Nike player. So, the level, I just think that the amount of, I think, shine and spotlight that's on him is just not as much. He's an Under Armour athlete.
All right, I appreciate the call, Siobhan. We're gonna move to the next topic, man. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, yep.
Thanks, Siobhan.
Hey, I just sent y'all something in the group chat since y'all was talking about KD Burner's account. I thought this was fun. I don't know why he just tweeted that, man. It ain't got nothing to do with his burner account, but he just tweeted that, and I don't even know why he tweeted that, man. It's funny to me. He look like Chris too. All right, final thoughts before we move on, Brittany.
I guess I'm not in that group chat because I ain't getting nothing.
That's what I just said.
It just went.
Don't worry about it.
It just went through.
I was about to say I feel some type of way now.
The boys group chat.
Right. We was cool, man. I thought we was cool. I don't really have any final thoughts. Like, I don't give any player excuses whatsoever. When you need to be criticized, you need to be criticized. But I mean, you guys said it all. He's a likable guy, family oriented. That's what people like to see. Doesn't do much wrong, and I agree, Mel. I think he is soft. He won't stand up against Draymond, because if he has, I don't think Draymond is there. If he goes to the organization and says, you know what, we need to move on for Draymond, I think Draymond is gone, because he is the franchise guy. But he won't do that. And I already said why I think why. That's it.
I give every superstar an excuse. Any one of them, I tell you why they hadn't reached the heights they should have.
Curry and Kyrie, my favorite. Well, Curry, Kyrie, De'Aaron Fox, SGA, and probably LaMelo. Those are my favorite.
That man named every guard in the league.
Point guards. I named 5 point guards: De'Aaron Fox, SGA, Steph, Kyrie, LaMelo. 5.
That was somebody that you forgot.
Who?
Jalen Brunson.
No.
You forgot about him. No.
And CP3.
I like him. I like him though, but like
you forgot CP3.
Like I really like Steph, Kyrie, and SGA. I really like those 3. Fox and LaMelo, I like them too, a little bit less, but Curry is one of my favorites. He deserves to be scrutinized just like everybody else. I just don't like that he gets a pass. I really don't, man. Like him being an all-star starter over Melo this year, and his team sucks, and he's averaging only 22 points. Melo's averaging 29.
He got to. He got to score 29 for them to lose by 30.
Well, maybe Steph need to score 29, but he can't no more. Trae Young can. Steph can't.
Steph can put up 40, man. He had 35 last night.
He can't do it 2 nights in a row no more. He's 35. You're not. That's the problem with a 40-year-old or 35-year-old.
It's not that he can't do it 2 nights in a row. It's not that he can't do it 2 nights in a row.
What'd you say, Don?
Isn't Steph turning 37?
Is he? I don't know.
I think so.
See?
Yeah, he's a little older than 35, but the problem with him right now is he's uninspired. Like, dude, he got to wake up every day and look at Draymond, first of all. And then he got to be like, man, I let him ruin the last few years of my prime.
Yeah. Guess who just dropped a 45 ball tonight? Jordan Poole. I wonder how he would be in that offense right now with Steph.
Everybody keeps saying he look like Bryce Young, and what's crazy is he's got to be a foot taller than Bryce Young.
Yeah.
You said Jordan Poole will look like in what? Steph goes to where he's at. Because Jordan Poole is never going back.
No, he's not. But I'm just saying, if he was still there, you know, that's the score that they're looking for.
He probably would have been if that punch never happened. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's move on.